Hi everybody, I have a live training that I'm doing here in just a few minutes, and I've had something on my heart and on my mind that I wanted to share with you guys for a while, and so I decided what better time than this. So here we go. I want to talk to you about what to do when you know it's time to raise your prices and that fear comes creeping in and you find yourself like having all the reasons, all of the I would say scarcity mentalities, the limiting beliefs that are going to try to convince you why maybe it's not a good idea to raise your rates. Maybe you're thinking, you know, what if nobody hires me? Or what if I need to completely change my entire marketing strategy to begin to attract the right people? What if, I don't know, our brains can kind of come up with like all these different scenarios of why what we want to do and what that next step is for us isn't possible. And I want to work through that today. I want to talk about how our subconscious is literally the thing that's like driving the force of everything that we do. I've been learning so much about this over the last year or so. And one of the things that's really fascinating to me is the neuroscience behind the brainwaves that happen in our minds and how we make actions out of a subconscious versus a conscious place. If you do the research on it, it's actually true that 95% of your actions come from your subconscious. Isn't that mind-blowing? It's like totally crazy to me to think about that. That means that only 5% of your conscious choices are coming from your conscious mind. So I don't know about you, but that explains to me why things like where I'm like, hey, I think I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to start walking more, or I'm going to start running again, or I'm going to be really committed to doing hot yoga for a while. I'm going to commit to eating a certain way. And I like set this intention and I'm like, yes, I'm all in. I'm hardcore this. Here we go. I'm going to be all about it. And then a couple days goes by or a week goes by and I've like fallen right back into old patterns. If that's you and you've ever experienced that in your life, whether with eating or with some kind of part of your business, whatever it might be, it's usually that there's like this belief that's happening in the background. There's this subconscious beliefs, this subconscious programming that is, it's taking over. It's running your life. And it's not there to sabotage you. It's actually there to protect you, because at some point in your life, those beliefs, those patterns are actually what helped protect you. Sometimes that means, you know, maybe it was a couple of years ago that you needed to act in a certain way, or, you know, whatever those beliefs are, that those are coming up because a couple of years ago that really felt true. A lot of times they root back even further. Sometimes they go all the way back to our childhood where, you know, maybe the first time that you ever felt that way, you ever felt scared to ask for your needs or to ask for more than what you already had, maybe rooted back to your childhood. Maybe you felt like you asked for more one time and you were met with guilt or shame or disappointment or whatever it might be. So one of the first things that you can do is to begin to ask yourself, when was the first time that I felt this way? And that can help you root down to that initial one. One of the things that I like to do, one of the practices that if you've been following me for a while, you probably know this already, but one of the practices that I'm a little bit obsessed with at the moment is called EFT, or tapping. And so, let me explain what it is first, and then I want to get into actually doing a little bit of it with you guys, which is going to be super vulnerable and weird for me. But I really want to help you guys out with this. It's one of the things that I've been practicing as I have raised my rates this year, because the demand is so high in our industry right now. There's so many couples, I was about to say brides, but it's couples that are looking to book their weddings. And so I think now is a great time, especially if you're finding that your season is feeling pretty full this year. It's a great time to raise your rates because the demand is really high. So anyway, so what is EFT? What is tapping? EFT or tapping is actually beginning to reprogram the subconscious mind. It's actually changing the neural pathways in our mind, and it's allowing new pathways to be formed. It's really fascinating when you get into the science of all of it. I am not a scientist. I'm not about to try to explain all of that to you. But there's a deep science behind all of this. And that's one of the reasons that I love it. That's one of the reasons I've been obsessed with it and have been practicing it pretty much daily at this point in my life right now. And I've seen huge changes happen for me. So let's see, what else might you need to know about tapping? There's some different points. It kind of uses a combination of acupressure and I don't know what I would call it, like kind of a meditation or yeah, I don't know. So one of the things that I want to point out is that first we will kind of talk about the negatives of it and really be honest with ourselves about what's going on. Like what all are we feeling? I don't want you to feel like it's not okay. I want you to know it is safe to be super honest about it. That's actually the first step in reprogramming it, is to bring up the awareness of all that you're feeling, of all of the things that maybe feel hard or scary or all of that. So feel free as you follow along to change the words, to do them in whatever feels true for you. A lot of times when I'm following somebody else and I'm doing some tapping sessions on something, I will kind of reframe it and reprogram it to say, I'll say whatever words come to mind for me. So please, please, please feel free to say what words come to mind for you, comes up for you, and not feel like you have to follow like word for word the whole time. Okay, so here we are. We're going to start with a karate chop point right here. And you're just going to kind of be hitting this here. And the whole time that we're saying, we're just going to talk about the things that you feel scared of. So we're going to talk about raising your rates. So even though I feel really scared to raise my rates, I feel like if I raise my rates, what if nobody books me? What if things go really poorly? What if my business crumbles just because I raise my rates? I feel like, I don't know, maybe my work is not good enough. Maybe the people that are charging so much, the people that are charging as much as I want to be charging, are just really better at their job. And maybe if I raise my rates, people are going to judge me. They're going to think differently about me. And really, what if I lose the kind of clients that I love? I feel a little scared that if I raise my rates, my dream clients will actually stop booking me because I'll price myself out of their budget. I feel scared that if I raise my rates, it's possible that I'll have to start serving drama brides that I don't want to serve. That I might have to start dealing with more drama, that I might not enjoy my clients. I feel like if I raise my rates, it might be possible that I have to like sell my soul and to work events and weddings that I don't even really want to be doing. But even though I feel all of this, I deeply and completely love and accept and forgive myself. I forgive myself for having any doubt, for thinking that maybe I'm not worth it. Maybe my work isn't worth it. I deeply and completely honor myself for all of these feelings because I didn't just make them up. I didn't just dream up things to be afraid of. They came from someplace in me, in my mind, that's trying to protect me. But I'm ready to let that go now. And as I think about raising my rates, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Okay, I want you to take a deep breath. Hold it at the top. Let it go. You might find that your hand is like buzzing. There's kind of an energetic thing that your body physically starts to have these different releases. A lot of people will burp or yawn or sneeze. Sometimes I've even had like a big sneeze when I've said like, I'm letting it go. Whatever it might be, sometimes there's physical things that happen with your body as your subconscious is actually releasing and clearing some of that. So just know that you're normal if that's true and that's happening for you. Okay, we're gonna move into like the other acupressure points. Just follow along. I'm not gonna call out what they are. I just want you to kind of follow along as we go. You're gonna feel a little silly, but here we go. Start on the top of your head. I think it might be time to raise my rates. But if I'm really honest, I'm a little terrified. I think what I'm really scared of is losing control. I think if I'm really honest with myself, it feels safe right now to stay at the rates that I'm at. It feels safe to just feel grateful for the people that are booking me at the rates that I'm charging right now. And if I am going to raise my rates, I just don't know if anybody's going to book me. I don't know if you can see me for this one, but it's going to be like on your bra strap, like right under your armpit. I just don't know who's going to book me and if anybody's going to book me if I raise my rates. Raising my rates feels really scary. It feels really hard. I feel like if I raise my rates, my clients might find out. They might stop referring people to me. And the inquiries that I get will never be able to afford me. I feel like if I raise my rates, I might even put myself out of business. But even though I have all of these fears, all of these uncertainties, all of this doubt about what might happen, I'm willing to give it a try. I'm willing to give it a go. I'm willing to believe that my work is worth it. I'm willing to let go of all of the fear, all of the uncertainty, all of the doubt. I'm releasing that now. I'm letting it go because it no longer serves me. It was there to protect me at one point, to keep me safe, but I don't need it any longer. I'm willing to let it go. And I'm willing to take a chance to go for it and raise my rates. Because really, what's the worst that could happen? The truth is, if people do stop booking me, or it takes a while to find people that can afford my new prices, I know how to make money. I know how to allow things to come to me. I know how to allow business to be easy. And I know that there are people out there who can totally afford my new rates. I know that it's possible. I know that there are couples out there that would be a perfect fit for me and totally have the money to support my new rates. In fact, it wouldn't even feel like a stretch for them. They are probably the kind of couples who might not even book me at my current rates because they believe that the price of my service is higher than what it is now. So what if it's possible that by raising my rates, I actually begin to work with even more of my dream clients? Clients that I never even knew would be possible to work with. What if it's possible that by raising my rates, my life begins to change? That I can work less, spend more time outdoors, spend more time doing what I love, hire a VA to support me in my business, and begin to explore this big, bright, beautiful world. And I know that there's some part of me that feels like if I raise my rates, I don't deserve more money. But I'm willing to let that go now. I'm releasing that now. I believe that my work and my service and my experience that I offer is worth this new rate. And I can feel that tension, that nervousness releasing in me. And I'm excited to see what comes. I'm excited to see what unfolds as I continue to raise my rates, as I begin to present these new rates. And I'm so grateful for this tool that I have, this crazy tapping tool where I'm tapping on my face. I'm so grateful that I have this in my pocket and I can do it anytime I want to. That anytime I'm about to present my new prices, I know I can always resort to tapping. I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And so it is. All right, one more deep breath. Hold it at the top and let it go. Okay, I hope that was helpful for you guys. Feel free to drink a lot of water, get some rest if you want. Your brain is going to be doing somersaults on a subconscious level, so you might find that you're extra tired after this or you need to like go take a break. Please honor your body and please let me know how that was for you, if you found that to be helpful, if you raise your rates, what that experience is like for you. All right, hope that was helpful. Bye guys.